Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So in this video we are going to look what are some myths that people generally have while deploying ML models. So we are going to look what are some common myths and how can we handle them. So first of all, people from research background think that we just have to collect data set, train one model, evaluate it, then deploy it once. But that's definitely not the case because the real world is very different from the Jupyter notebook environment, because in real world user behavior keeps on changing, and user business goals keeps on changing and infrastructure keeps on changing. So these real world is very different than the Jupyter notebook. So we have to deploy it and retrain it multiple times. Yeah. So first let's come to the first myth. So people generally think that in one a company just will have just a single model deployed at a time, but that's not the case, because in reality a company could have more than 200 models deployed at a single time. Like if I took an example of a Uber, it could have different model for churn prediction, for recommending Ubers, and a different model for surge pricing. So because of that, there could be tons of models, and they have to retrain it based on the geographic location as well. Like in India there would be different model than the model that works in US. So yeah, that's what we just discussed. Like a company could have thousands of models, like at Uber and Google, and booking.com has 150 plus models. Let's come to another myth, that model quality is inherently perishable. That means if if we deployed a model once, it will keeps on producing the same output, because people think it like that, like because our code is unchanged, so the output will also be unchanged. But in real world, but they don't take into consideration that the world is also changing. So in reality our model degrades with time due to changing environment. So in this graph we can see that the how the predictive accuracy decreases with the time our model spend in production. Like when it's like a competitor launches some feature, there could be some macroeconomics condition shift, there could be sensors drift, and like seasonal pattern emerge. There could be multiple factors that lead to the degradation of our model. And people think that people from coming from a research background think that we have if we are have to retrain our model, that means that our model was a weak, it wasn't like stable model. But that's not the case. Like because we have to update our model, because real world keeps on changing. So that shouldn't one shouldn't think like that. So here is the crucial reframe that that one really need to think in our mind. Like they have to reframe the mindset. It's a mindset shift. Like they people generally ask question like how often should we update our model, but they should reframe the problem to how fast can we update our models, because this single model changes the whole mindset to pure engineering problem. Here are some of the benchmarks that companies have set. Like company Etsy train their model 50 times per day, while company Netflix train their model at every 4 times per day. And that means they pre-computed prediction of every user at every 4 hours, while companies like AWS trains their model at every 11.7 seconds. So it differs from companies to companies based on their requirement, but generally the faster they can, the better it is. And the another myth that people generally have is that scale is a property of only big tech like FANG. With scale we means like the model ability to handle the increasing workload, but that's not the case. Even smaller companies could have could have like 100 plus users, and they could increase anytime, so they have to like build their system such that they can scale anytime. So here is the true definition of scale. With scale we means like with the increasing workload our throughput and latency shouldn't decrease, and data volume it should be able to like handle even big data volume, and the model count can increase, so we should be able to like scale that as well. And like we have to retrain the model as it degraded, so we have to like take that into consideration also, like, and the geographic reach as well, like as the model scales it can like end up to new geographic locations, and we have to like handle that as well, and the organizational complexity as well, because our organization will increase, so there will be more teams and all, so we have to handle that as well, so we have to take all this into consideration. So the real mindset shift that really required is that, instead of thinking the problem like we just have to train the model once, we have to focus on building a resilient system that allow us to like train the model multiple times, and like also handle like latency and other things as well. So the main crux, or we can say the philosophy of the MLOps, is that like we have to build a system that allow us to continuously deliver, and and should be able to like respond faster to drift, and here drift means like the change in the data distribution, and adapt faster to product changes and test ideas faster. So the main thing is like we have to build a system that can retrain and like faster than the model degrades. That's the whole thing we required.